Welcome to Your Region This Week. I'm Anandi Carroll-Woolery. In this episode, we talk with the union president from the GM plant in Ingersoll as it halts production and issues layoff notices. We take a look at who's running locally in the upcoming federal election, and we highlight the work of administrative assistants. But first, here's a look at the headlines with Carla Fitzsimmons.
Thanks, Anandi. You may have seen photos and videos circulating on social media showing a man riding on top of Grand River Transit buses. The transit agency says it's aware of the incidents and is issuing a public safety reminder. The social media posts that appear to feature the same individual, and GRT is hoping this does not become a trend. It's urging the public to refrain from these types of activities as it poses significant safety risks. GRT added this kind of behavior could result in a ban from accessing transit services and properties. Waterloo Regional Police were also notified about the bus rider last week. Police say a 24-year-old was educated of the laws and the significant safety impact of that stunt. No charges have been laid. The number of measles exposures on Huron-Perth region continues to climb. Public Health issued an advisory last week announcing 5 more places for potential exposures. To recap the locations: in Milverton, Canada Post at 26 Main Street South North between Saturday, April 5th to Sunday, April 13th. Knollcrest Lodge long-term care home at 50 William Street on Wednesday, April 9th from 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Thursday, April 10th from 2:45 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. The LCBO at 69 Main Street South from Thursday, April 10th at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Milverton Mini Mart at Main Street South from Friday, April 11th at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Stratford General Hospital Emergency Department from April 11th at 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Meanwhile, Region of Waterloo Public Health has added an additional location to its list of potential public exposures to measles locations on Thursday. Wren at Midtown, formerly known as Grand River Hospital, has been added to the list. The time frame of concern is Monday, April 14th at 6:30 p.m. to Tuesday, April 15th at 3 a.m. Anyone who was inside the hospital between those hours is advised to monitor symptoms until May 5th. It is the second time there has been a public exposure at the hospital. The first time happened on March 29th at the emergency department. Guelph City Council approved a recommendation to increase building heights in the downtown core. Councillors voted on the change on April 8th. The decision means some buildings could go as high as 24 stories in some areas of the municipality.
And so we just think that density and height is a good thing. And we've jumped from, in some cases, 6 to 10 stories, all the way to 16 to 24 stories in some areas. And we're hoping that can unlock some land for people to, build and live in our downtown core. Being near a major transit station, being near amenities that you can literally walk out your front door to and be able to have a lot of choice for a lot of the things that you need, you may not even need a car. Now, the province last year made many areas across the province not require any parking minimums. And so our downtown core is actually one of those areas. And so there can be builds now that won't even require the project to have any parking at all. But that, again, is to try to help with the vibrancy of a downtown core. The nice thing about that, though, is that the builders, they know what the market needs. They know what the consumer needs. So if they want to build parking because they know that that will help to sell their units or to rent their units, then they will build the parking that they need because they don't want empty units sitting there. So I think giving choice around parking giving choice around where people can live to choose to own a car or not own a car. I think that's the way to go, and I think the vibrancy of our downtown will reap those benefits in the future when these things start getting built.
As the Kitchener Rangers continue their journey in the playoffs, the Rangers Reach 50-50 playoff bonus draw continues to climb. And the jackpot also supports Camino well-being and mental health.
Well, Rangers Reach Foundation does so many great things for our community with their 50-50 draws. And every once in a while, they do a bonus draw. And so this year, they reached out to us and asked Camino to be the agency that would receive the 50% of the proceeds from the playoff bonus draw, which means that all the time that the Rangers are playing in the playoffs, people will have an opportunity to support Camino. They can buy a ticket for a regular 50-50 draw, and then they have the opportunity to up that and buy a ticket to support Camino as well. So we're hoping that the Rangers do incredibly well in the playoffs because the 50-50 draw runs the entire reign of the playoffs, and Camino will be the recipient of those funds. Camino is a well-being and mental health organization. Last year we served 18,000 people almost in Waterloo Region, and we support people with everything from well-being supports like food and education supports and things that, even for newcomers who are settling in our community who have seen really traumatic things, we support that. And then we support people who need counseling services. We have a department that really works with families to help them be well and ensures that children get the special supports that they need. And we have programs for young parents as well. The continuum is so broad with Camino. It's hard to put it in one statement, but I think our vision says it all.
Coming up, the countdown to Election Day, a look at who's on the ballot locally.
This federal election will reshape Canada's political landscape and our country's approach to domestic and international issues. Get to know the candidates running to be your MP and represent your interests in Ottawa. Hear from your local candidates during Rogers TV's coverage of the local campaign. And on election night, Rogers TV delivers the local results. Rogers TV. Watch, learn, vote.
For me, the end was just the beginning. I felt I must come. If I did not come at once, it would be too late. And these places that are watered with the best blood of Canada might only be names and memories. I see it in the soldiers, the grief I know so intimately. And I will not abandon these men to it. The isolation wears on me. Slowly, the silence takes over, as if my heart has given out of air. I cannot talk. I can only paint.
For more than 2 years, Mary Ryder Hamilton painted the battlefields of the First World War, creating an unforgettable visual record of service and sacrifices at immense personal cost.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
Hundreds of workers laid off at the Ingersoll assembly plant as General Motors halts production.
On Friday, April 12th, the company announced to the workers at the plant that layoffs were coming, effective Monday, April 14th, for 3 weeks, and then they would return to work the week of May 5th for a 2-week period in May to build some product, and then the plant would go down again after that 2 weeks until sometime in October. Their reasoning was for excessive inventory, and the product is not selling what they had anticipated, and they're trying to align the inventory with production numbers, so they will do that by limiting some of the inventory that's out there right now. There's talk they're going to continue. They had already planned to do some work in the plant, different things for the 2026 model year. They tell us that's going to continue to go on, and they'll make the changes for the 2026 model year. And then when we come back in October, we'll be down to one. They're going to start back on one shift. They're telling us that the volume numbers that we're doing today will be the same. We're going to run one shift, and we're not sure. Right now, we don't know the number. I think it's somewhere around 500 maybe. So right now, the workforce with the skilled trades group, we have just right around 1,200 members, and it's looking like when we come back in October, we could be down around 500 production, give or take, and the trades group, and that'll be the one-shift operation. This is like year 5 of an ongoing roller coaster here at the plant. We know that the automotive industry is cynical, but this one here has been really tough here trying to get this EV unit off the ground. So yeah, they were probably figured we were going to get some layoffs, but not the amount that was announced on Friday. We had all levels of government. This had all kinds of dealers. Big customers were there with their logos around their vehicles already, and everything looked like it was really going to take right off. For some reason, stuff stalled. We don't know why, but we built whatever they put in our plant, and that's all we can do as workers. They're very disheartened. They're really concerned with this last set of layoffs that was just announced long-term again. They're concerned, and it's understandable why, because it's been so tough and getting started back up and then down again, up and down all the time. They're concerned about what's going to really happen. General Motors tells us that they're committed to the facility. It's an excellent facility here in Oxford County. We are halfway between Detroit and Oshawa. We're right on the 400 series highways. We got a rail system. We got lots of land. You got an excellent workforce here in Southern Ontario, and that's been proven time and time again. There's suppliers in the area, so they've got everything here they need. The town itself has got all the amenities that you need to run a business: hospitals, schools, grocery stores. So there's really no reason to leave. We just have to get more product into the plant. We're in a unique spot because we're all electric, and it's not directly related to the tariffs. So we can see in the news right now with the tariffs and everything going on south of the border, it is affecting some of the other plants on both sides of the border too. Even though they say it won't affect the American workers, we're seeing that it does. So hopefully the levels of government will step up again and make sure we keep the companies staying here and building the product. And if we can help them, the government can help them in any way. Let's look and see what we can do to help them, to keep Canadian workers working. With the people working in the plant and the supplier plants and everything that support CAMI, in Ingersoll alone, and then in Oxford County, the tax base for the people that live here, the buying and spending in all the community businesses, and everything. It means everything to this community. There'd be a lot of hurt probably if the place was to close, which there's no chance it's going to be.
Fires caused by lithium-ion batteries are on the rise across Canada. That's according to the Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs. Lithium-ion batteries are found in devices and systems that we come into contact with every day. We visited Cambridge Fire to learn about safe handling practices.
Hi, I'm Jessica from Cambridge Fire Department, and today I want to talk to you about lithium-ion battery safety. How many of you have a cell phone? Nowadays, lithium-ion batteries power our everyday devices, from laptops, cell phones, e-scooters, you name it. They're in our lives, and we want to make sure that we're properly using them. Do you know that you could have less than 1 minute to escape a lithium-ion battery fire? Let's take charge of our battery fire safety. So one acronym that we like to encourage people to remember is CHARGE. So C stands for Certified Products. You want to make sure you're looking for that ULC. So ULC stands for Underwriters Laboratories of Canada. And this organization ensures that products are tested and they pass inspection. H stands for handle with care. So you want to make sure when your batteries are fully charged that you take them off the charger. You also want to make sure that whenever you are charging your devices that they're on a hard surface. This means don't charge it under a pillow, on a couch, or on a bed. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions. Avoid extreme temperatures like direct sunlight or anything that's flammable. Do not charge your device overnight. Only use the charging equipment that comes with the device, and charge all devices away from any exit path. Never modify, tamper, or even build your own lithium-ion batteries. And if you ever drop your phone or drop any of them, make sure you inspect them for damage. A stands for always stay alert for the warning signs. So some things that you want to look for is if your device ever changes color, has too much heat, change in shape, leaking, odd noises, or even odor. These are all warning signs that you need to stop using your device immediately. And if there is ever this off-gassing, this could indicate that there's immediate danger of fire. R stands for recycle. Lithium-ion batteries are a hazardous waste. There are recycling locations in our community, so make sure you contact your community for proper disposal. G stands for get out quickly. Knowing the warning signs, make sure that you get out and knowing your home fire escape plan. So once that smoke alarm goes off, that's an indicator to alert you to make sure that you and your family need to get out safely. Now it's up to you. E is for educate. It's all up to us to tell our families, our friends, so that we can take charge of our lithium-ion battery safety and all stay safe. For more information, you can always visit us at www.cambridge.ca. And if you'd like to follow us on our social medias, we have daily fire safety tips. We have Instagram, which is Cambridge FD 1973, Facebook, Cambridge Fire Department, and X, Cambridge FD.
Here's a look at who's running in the 9 ridings Rogers TV will be covering on election night.
Sundays for Pairs is a service that we believe will help you discover more of God's promises and purpose for your life. A reminder that God is for you. Courtesy of Pairs Community Church. Join us every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. on Rogers TV to be encouraged and pointed towards hope.
Kitchener's perfect music mix is on Chime 96.7. So every song is someone's favorite song. On Chime 96.7.
Are you ready?
We got it. Turn down when you return.
You have no permits.
Shower in a closet.
We're here to fix it.
We got it. You at the right place. Look no further.
On May 22nd, KW Oktoberfest Rogers Women of the Year pays tribute to outstanding women in our community, and you can be a part of the celebration. Get your tickets today at womenoftheyear.ca.
Hey Kitchener, prepare to vote. During the election campaign, watch Rogers TV to learn more about the local candidates running to be your MP. And on April 28th, make it count and vote. Rogers TV. Watch, learn, vote.
This is a man's heart, a heart in desperate need of medical attention. But because 78% of Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, he may not get the help he needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
In sports, players who have graduated from the Rivulets are eligible to apply for a scholarship for post-secondary studies. Darren Stevenson has more.
The application deadline is approaching for the recently announced Cambridge Rivulet Scholarship Fund. Players who have graduated from the Rivs have until April 30th to apply for the Little River Scholarship and earn funds toward their post-secondary studies.
There will be an opportunity to download the application from the website. It's very simple. It's name, address, phone number. We ask for a small essay talking about your desires, how you exemplify being a Rivulet as part of the process. All of the applications will then be graded by a committee. There will be a committee that exists of myself, Jeff or another coach from the team, and a former Rivulet player who's been graduated for quite some time and has no ties to the current team. So it's really a good mix of kind of an outside influence such as myself, somebody who knows the team like Jeff or the staff, as well as somebody to represent the former players and the players themselves on the committee.
There will be at least $10,000 available as a total for players who might qualify under the conditions that Eric has specified. And there will be an application that will be made available through our website and other places where they can contact Eric or myself or anyone with the team. The applications are due this year, April 30th of 2025, and Eric will begin to hand out the scholarships for September of 2025 school year.
For more local sports stories, check out 519 Sports Online. Darren Stevenson and his team work to bring our community stories about local athletes. Visit 519sportsonline.ca.
Still ahead, highlighting the work of those who play a huge role behind the scenes at Cambridge Fire.
With Canada's sovereignty and economy under threat, this election is a defining moment for the country.
There's so much on the line.
Get to know the candidates running to be your MP and represent your interests in Ottawa. Hear from your local candidates during Rogers TV's coverage of the local campaign. And on election night, Rogers TV delivers the local results. Rogers TV. Watch, learn, vote.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrive Alive smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
We invite you to play What's My Line?
Welcome, Mrs. Baker. Those folks over there need to guess your extraordinary occupation.
Are you an entertainer, Mrs. Baker? Yes.
Do people come to watch you perform?
Yes. Do you travel for work?
Yes, I do.
Do you ever wear a special type of costume?
Yes.
Is your job, physical?
Yes, indeed.
Are you a member of a team?
Yes.
Are you a professional baseball player?
Yes, I am.
Created during the Second World War, the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League included 68 Canadians. One of its brightest stars was my mother, Saskatchewan's Mary Bonnie Baker, a pioneer for women in sports.
Finally for us, Administrative Professional Day is on April 23rd. It's an opportunity to recognize those who play a large role in the success of an organization. We stopped by Cambridge Fire Department to meet Sabrina and learn about her job.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Cambridge Fire Department. Come on in. Hi everyone, my name is Sabrina. I'm one of the administrative assistants here at Cambridge Fire. My role is the administrative assistant to the fire chief. Today I'm here to highlight the role of our administrative division and the fabulous work we do. Although the administration division is quite small, we are a vital part of the department, ensuring smooth operations and overall efficiencies. Our team works closely with each division within the fire service and is often the first point of contact, ready to assist the public with inquiries when they come in. Admin helps keep everything running smoothly behind the scenes so our department can focus on keeping our community safe. Our day-to-day tasks do vary and quite often change to adapt to community needs, but some of the day-to-day tasks include things like scheduling, records management, assisting with budget and preparation, purchasing, billings, payroll entry, report preparation, pulling of statistical data, ordering and tracking supplies such as gear, equipment, clothing, and my list goes on. But in a nutshell, our job is to ensure each division is well supported. Supporting Cambridge Fire as a department also means supporting our entire community, and we are so proud to be part of a team that's dedicated to protecting lives and property each day. I hope you found that insightful. Take care.
That's our show for this edition of Your Region This Week. Thanks for watching. I'm Anandi Carol Woolery. See you next time.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Calling all journalism students, Omni Television is once again awarding scholarships to qualified students pursuing a career in third language journalism.
You could go from here to here. Get started. Apply for the Omni Scholarship now.
Omni is home to a variety of locally produced current affairs programs and daily national newscasts, broadcast in 6 languages. To learn more about Omni Scholarships, visit omnitv.ca/scholarships.
The regulars, the guys who keep this place in business. Last week, they had something to celebrate. Jason had just finished university. So they toasted his profs, his TAs, his old roommates. Well, they toasted just about everyone. But I worry about and take care